The audio is on awesome. Welcome on this new stream of Katawa Shoujo. Just in time for the... I don't know, just in time for what? Just in time for a coincidence between Amy not feeling well and me having a cold. I still feel very confident on doing the stream. I might have a slightly different voice, but I don't think will be an... No, it's not a nuisance at all. And hi Zoro! Just chatting? More like just chilling! Oh yeah, this game is pretty chill all the time. Which is really a pretty positive thing. No, and hi Fado, just simping! Well, that's in every game actually. Any game with waifus, to be honest. Why not, after all? No, I'm saying, this game doesn't have really a strong hook. Well, yes, it's an interesting hook at the start, or the hook of the game concept, since a game, a dating sim with disabled girls. But the story and the narration by itself doesn't have any strong hook overall. But the game is very pleasant to play, because every character is unique, every dialogue or scene is interesting, has a pretty nice, how to say, structure. Honestly, I don't know much about dialogues, I really want to, but this game is not boring at all, even if nothing particularly happens. Well, yeah, things happen actually, but nothing really world-changing. But it's still fun in its way. It's entertaining. Because, yeah, the main reason is everything is written well. The characters, the dialogues, the scenes, everything. So, there's not a need to have a story about the world end, defeating the evil lord, to have something interesting. Okay, maybe the evil lord isn't placed really in an interesting story. But yeah, I think I explained myself well. Okay, now we are in the Amy route, and Amy got ill after running with Rain. She's a little dumb, but our adorable dumb, okay? Our adorable dummy. I don't remember what happened before. Maybe we just went out of his room. Yes, okay, yeah. This is right after the room, when we entered the Amy's room when she was ill. And the protagonist is still getting jealous of the captain of the running group. The librarian isn't written well because there's no Ruby there. Well, there will surely be a mod. A night of restlessness has left me feeling fairly groggy this morning. Maybe she got some of her illness to you. You know, when you sleep, when you are not feeling well, you have weird dreams. When I was like 10 years ago, a little more maybe, when I was ill and I was sleeping, I always had this nightmare of an enormous amount of numbers, like 2 column of numbers, and I need to reorder the numbers in a way or another. There was a reason, but there wasn't a reason. You know how the dreams are. And that felt like a daunting task because there were an uncountable amount of numbers. And knowing I had to reorder those numbers in a specific way just made me suffer this much in this nightmare. I had it like 4 times in a period when I was ill. Well, one for time when I get ill. Anyone has this sort of reoccurring nightmare when they are ill. Well, usually at least. It's interesting. So, The events of the previous day keep intruding upon my mind. The memory of how Amy felt against me. The memory of our wrestling match. And most bothersome, the memory of her nightmare. Yeah, the thing about her father. She was in so much pain. I can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. Well, you wake up too with nobody here, you know, it's your room. Only for you. The shower shocks me awake with hot water. Awake, but still worried. What will happen today? Will things just go back to normal? End of the episode, back to the status quo. There was a connection yesterday, something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship. Would that have been so bad? My mind goes back to the look in Amy's eyes after our pillow fight. It almost seemed like she was daring me to go on. Almost. But I can't know for sure. Anyway, the truck's captain is probably first in her affections. But even as I say that, my mind is already snorting derisively. I'm just looking for an excuse, a reason for everything to go wrong. A reason to not try. Then he tries and she turns him down and he gets more depressed. It's not as if I've ever even seen the two of them together outside of track practice. And clearly he's never visited. Amy said as much herself. If they were close, surely he'd visit. I'm such a boss. I ought to just go for it anyway. Damn the consequences. That's what Amy would do, I think. Hell, I know that's what she'd do. Which is partially why I'm convinced there's no interest on her hand. She hasn't acted either. You know what I really want in my life? That a girl declares first because I can't really get the signals, so it's best if she straight tells me, okay? Because I would probably just, I don't know, be wary for a long time and miss the chance. Maybe because of this track captain. It's possible she's got a bit of unrequited crush thing going on. But who would be able to clarify the relationship? It sure as hell can't be Amy. She'd probably just laugh and ask why I wanted to know. And I'm not ready to answer that yet. Rin would probably just give me some cryptic answer or something. And then with my luck, she'd just ask Amy, who would ask me why I wanted to know. And I've already covered that problem. I wonder. Could I get away with asking the nurse? He seems pretty protective of Amy. I'm sure he'd know if something was up. And he owes me for not letting Amy know he forgot to tell me about her being ill. So he will keep quiet. He's talking like the mafia. I will make him quiet. What if he asks me why I want to know though? I can shake him off. Just say I'm curious as a friend. He'd buy that, won't he? No, he wouldn't. Of course, that's it then. After the run, I'll go talk to him while Emmy's watching outside the office. Okay, there's something about preparing your plan in advance. That's an interesting narration. Narrations, how it's called? A narration thing. Where the characters think about a plan. And then later they do the plan. But since the narration shouldn't be repetitive, because imagine people think about a plan and then later they do the plan. That means the plan got narrated twice. So usually when a story narrates a plan, later it will change. Unfortunately, it kinda spoils that later the plan wouldn't go as expected. The first example that comes to mind is Final Fantasy VIII. There was the train attack plan, right? They explained the train thing. Well, that was mostly for explaining how the scene would go on, but then we got some unexpected problem. Otherwise, why show it twice? Sorry for bringing out the memory of the Final Fantasy VIII train plan. Dude, the nurse is shipping you so hard. Yeah, you surely understand. Fool, don't trust the nurse. And the bad guys knew the plan. Yeah, that was a twist in the plan. For example, there's no sign of Amy when I arrive at the truck. Is she still too ill? I decided to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early and she was ill yesterday, so if she takes a while to show up, shouldn't be surprising. Still, I would hate to just waste my time. So I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. What if I went too far yesterday? What if she doesn't come because she's embarrassed? What if... Amy! Oh, you're early again, is out. I'm impressed. Just like that, I feel some of the tension leaving my body. Amy seems to be bright and cheerful as usual, with no sign that she even was ill the other day, much less had a less than restful sleep. Still, I have to ask. Sleep well last night? Just a throwaway question, small talk. The sort of thing people ask someone they bump into the cafe while getting their morning coffee. But not for us. At least, not for me. I don't know if Amy realizes I'm actually concerned about how well she slept last night, but the question does give her pause. After a short moment, she nods. Yep, sure did. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? I understand the protagonist because I get this sort of mental problems. Good to hear. Amy grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born, yeah, ready. Amy laughs at my bravado, and we take off running. I'm really sorry. We need to do this again. We need to do this again, I'm sorry. Okay, now we are talking. Don't copyright strike me, please. I keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. And I was born in a minefield. No, not again. I still feel dead at the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. No, it's over already, no. No, I had the music ready, come on. Too bad. That's unfortunate. Okay. Amy is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Isao, you're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. Half as fast is kinda slow, right? The last line is delivered with a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. Oh, how exciting. Amy begins to run her sprints while I take a cool down lap. She's really pushing herself today. By the time I'm done with my lap, she's laying across one of the bleachers, looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing it a little too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, you recall. What a glare. Amy gives an annoyed snort and sits up. I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know? As a good run always gets the kinks out, you know? Clears the mind too. Oh. Amy nods. Yep, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. Wait, outlet? Is outlet some sort of... Let me look up. Source, I suppose? A means of expressing one talent, energy or emotion. Apart from a market. I'd like my kings to stay in tanks. Mine already escaped. Too bad. Okay, let me take a screenshot. Okay, we're on. She does not explain further, and I don't ask. I suspect I know the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something is bothering her. Maybe the nightmare, maybe something else. But it's not my place to pry. She would tell me if she wanted me to know. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea? The sincerity in my inner voice confirms my suspicion. The only problem is, even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted me to know, I still want to know. Something in your mind then? Amy doesn't seem surprised by my question. Instead, she shrugs. Nah, it's nothing worth getting worried about. She seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as she's convincing me. I open my mouth to ask if yesterday is responsible for her current state of mind. But think better of it. Too much risk of her taking the question the wrong way. Besides, I'm not even sure myself what to think about yesterday. Really, I can only get about as far as how it felt to have Amy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Having her before me now, covered in sweat and looking wryly at me, she's making it difficult to think. How can you think properly with Amy nearby, you know? Reminds me of, as I said last time, I started watching Ranma, and it was like, yeah, the doctor changes person completely where the girl he loves comes nearby. He becomes very, very dumb when the girl he loves comes by. So maybe that's a common thing. Well, maybe not taken to the extreme, but also wryly. Probably in a sour manner. Let's see. Wait. Dry, express dry or mocking humor? Band, twister, turn. Yeah, some. Using expressing dry, especially mocking humor. In expression of disgust, disappointment, or annoyance. Okay. This word feels not simple. I don't know how to put it here. Awesome. Yeah, I hear you. We'd better hurry to see the nurse. We're running short of time. Aren't we always? Amy laughs at this. A dry chuckle that seems most un-Amy-like. True. So real. For real. For a brief moment, she looks old, worn down by some old hurt. But just like yesterday, I can almost see her shouldering the burden and straightening up slightly. And then she's back to being Amy again. Come on, Denizao, race ya! No, wait! You just stopped! With a sudden smile, she darts off. Hey, no fair! I take off after her. Knowing I won't catch her, but not caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I still run after her. Wait, is this metaphorical? Oh, that's sweet, actually. Yeah, I think that's a metaphor. Well, also a metaphor. Wow, that's cool. Amy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, looks we've finally shown up. Yeah. Enjoy your victory while you can. Amy grins as the nurse pokes his head out of the door. Well, there you are. Come on in, Isao. In what has become a familiar routine by now, he checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. A bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, I kinda off-raced Amy here. The nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. Stock moment. He was watching for us, waiting, I don't know, for going intimate, I don't know. He leans in to whisper to me in a conspiratory matter. I don't know if you heard, but Amy is a bit of a track star. I read back in mock surprise. Really? She never mentioned it before. The two of us share a laugh. Well, you are bound to stand up if you go running without legs. The two of us share a laugh. Did she do okay today? Cole seemed to bother her. Why don't you ask her? He rolls his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she told me that she didn't have any problems, regardless of whether or not she did. So I'm asking you because you're her friend and would probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, she seemed pretty good today, if a little more tired than usual. She was always feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. A MILF? That actually sounds pretty nice. Also, twin tails? The nurse nods, though I notice he tenses slightly when I mention yesterday's visit. Well, that's good to hear. I figured it was just a 24-hour thing. Amy tends to recover quickly from colds and the like. Hey, speaking of Amy, are she and the truck captain, well, you know... A look of sus crosses his face. Why do you ask? It's just that they seem kind of close and I was just curious, you know. And I'd never ask her because that would be kind of embarrassing. So far so good, now to really sell it. Besides, I think they'd make a cute couple. The nurse laughs. Well, I don't suppose you're the first to think that. But I think I can say with some certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Yep. Not that I could tell you, of course. Confidentiality and all that. Wait! Because the nurse knows that Amy is in love with the protagonist. That's where the confidentiality lays. Yeah, right, you just like holding a secret over my head. That too. 2 reasons. Right, get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at his last statement and then down the door, motioning Amy to go in. Before he's her brother. Or that. I think that's the second one, because I don't think he will keep in confidentiality that it's his brother. The whole time I'm trying to keep from doing a celebratory dance. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not that young. I can't do Fortnite dances. I'm sorry. The two of them will never do anything like that! That's precisely the sort of thing I wanted to hear. I'm half tempted to make some sort of move on Amy right now, but I think the nurse would probably disapprove. Besides, I still don't know exactly how Amy feels about me. I mean, it's obvious that she cares about me as a friend, but something more than that. I can be certain. Even so, I can't help but feel hopeful. I just need to figure out a good time to tell Amy exactly how I feel. That puzzle should keep me occupied for the rest of the day, at least. Even more. The rooftop is completely deserted. Normally I could count on Rin to be up here before me, but she's strangely absent. I wonder if she decided to accompany Amy to the cafeteria for once. That seems pretty unlikely, but it's all I can think of right now. Part of me wants to look for Rin. But a far larger part of me is too pleased with the way the sun feels on my skin to care. I pick idly at my lunch while I wait for Amy and Rin to show up. it does not take long for me to hear the sounds of someone coming up the stairs. I wait until the door begins to open before talking. Took you long enough? Keep me waiting for you, honestly. You know the other cliche in the stories? Well, yeah, when someone talks to someone they don't see, and suddenly that's not what they were expecting. The two of you are... Oh? Well, that's odd. The only person standing in the doorway is Amy, who looks mightily confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me, you know, Amy. We run in the mornings. Yeah, I know you, Amy. I know you. She grins, and I feel my heart jump slightly in my chest at the sight. Yes, I know that. I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Amy grin is replaced by a rather guilty-looking expression. Yeah, about that. I sort of... gave her my cold. No! Poor Amy. Well, that's actually nice. Now we are alone, you know, and I can, you know, maybe find the right atmosphere. Who knows? I was about to say, maybe it's Hanako at pure random. That surely would give a twist to the story. Oh dear. Am I at risk too? Would make sense after all. Amy and I were in close contact the other day. So what did she and Rim do that got her in? Steady on, old lad. Don't go down that road. Rim just probably got a worse immune system than me. Sorry, I thought about Tossa. Amy seems shocked by my comment, like she hadn't considered that before. I hope not. I'd feel terrible if you get in because of me, Hisao. Oh man, I think I feel a favor coming on. Amy looks horrified and then quickly shifts into a more angry expression. Hisao! You stop getting sick this instant! Okay? Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I won't have it! Impulsively, she sizes me by the collar. Are you listening to me? Is our immune system? Guys, we found the cure for everything. You just need a Amy scolding your immune system. We got the cure for everything. Wait, I need to screenshot this. Ah, perfect. White blood cell. Wait, what? How did you give her the cold? We kissed. Ah, wait, what? Yeah. I hope it's just immunitary system. Get your ass in gear! Give a smart salute. Duel noted, ma'am. Duty? Not duty? Let's see. Oh. Sorry, I messed up my Windows. Okay. Duty. In accordance with what is required or appropriate. Following proper procedure or arrangement. Okay. Nice to know. Amy steps back and nods, satisfied. Good. You're not allowed to miss any of our morning runs after all. Why is she slightly transforming into a yandere? Nah. But you missed a morning run. Amy crosses her arms and looks at me haughtily. Yes, but that's a special case. It was me, not you. How is that fair? That's not an explanation at all. Amy looks flabbergasted. You're kidding, right? That explanation makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. It's a blatant double standard. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Ah, fine. Amy seems pleased by her victory. Anyway, is Rin going to be okay? She's not terribly ill, right? Amy shakes her head. Nope, she'll be fine. I got her some cold medicine that should help her. Although I probably should have made sure that she didn't try to take them all at once. How does Amy take medicines? Well, like how she eats, I suppose. She's done it before, you know? That's how she lost her arms. I'm sorry. Somehow, I don't find this all that surprising. I doubt Rin is one to pay attention to maximum dosages and such. You mean upgrading? No. You should probably check in on her later then, just to make sure. Amy shrugs. I stop by after practice, she'll be fine until then. I nod, figuring that line of conversation is over. The only problem is, I don't know what else to talk about. So, you got any more track meets coming on? That's a terrible roundabout way of trying to see if she's free on the weekend. If she's free, then maybe I can ask her on a date or something. Well, assuming I can get myself to actually form the words. Amy shakes her head. Nah, not for another couple of weeks, I think. The season is winding down. Oh yeah, I came in right in the middle of things, didn't I? Does that mean exams are coming up soon? I should probably look into that. What do you do on weekends if there's not a meet? An eyebrow goes up, and Amy gets a teasing look on her face. Yeah, she gets it. You're awfully inquisitive today, aren't you? I shrug and hope it looks casual. It doesn't. Just making conversation. I don't know what's like to be a track star after all. Flattery? She waves her hand idly. I'm not actually that good, you know. You just won. You just so happened to see me on a good day, is all. You liar. Yeah. But humility is the sign of a good athlete. At least that's what my dad used to say. Can you stop talk about your dad all the time? Wait. Is this all a convoluted plan to reject our date? Because we asked about if she's free on the weekend, so she immediately got that we wanted to ask her out. So, to avoid turning us down, she changed the subject on her dad, which is dead. So, in this situation, we can't afford to ask her to go on a date while she's depressed about her dad. That would be actually genius. At least that's what my dad used to say. She shrugs and tries unsuccessfully to hide the rather troubled expression on her face. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Amy starts to deny it, then sighs in defeat. I wonder if she's too tired from being sick to get herself to deny it like usual. Or if she actually just trusts me enough at this point to open up. Yeah, maybe now it's the time we get the backstory on her dad. Again, my theory is the father saved her from dying, but in the process he died and she lost her legs. Well, do you remember last night? Do I ever? I settled for nodding, however. That's not the first time that's happened to me. Actually, I get them kind of... She pauses, as if she suddenly occurred to her what she's doing. Almost like she's breaking some sort of personal rule here. But she starts up again, choosing her words carefully. Well, not often, but on occasions. It's just been one of those weeks where that's what happens. A sigh escapes her, and she looks terribly frustrated. My dad got his Ekai to another word, but I didn't, and so she's jealous of him. I reach over and give her a hug, which, like last time, doesn't seem to shock her. Instead, she seems to relax as my arms wrap around her. We stay that way for a while. Hey, you know I was serious last night. You really can't talk to me if stuff like this is bothering you. It's always difficult to do this sort of thing solo, you know? Amy smiles and breaks the embrace, but stays leaning on my shoulder. Thanks, Isao. I'll be fine, I think. I can already see her reassembling herself, getting ready to bottle it all up again. Guess the topic is closed now. So, given any more thought to that career survey? Can't say I have. What do you mean? She wants to do the pirate, can't you remember? I don't tend to plan very far ahead, you know? Although I suppose I could at least start looking into college, huh? I shrug. I suppose unless you were serious about that pirate thing. Well, yeah, I'm playing games without paying, you know. Twist. Last I checked, pirates didn't have much need for universities. Unless there's like a pirate university out there somewhere. That sounds interesting, to be honest. Amy giggles and starts to look like a herald's self. But there's a new element to her expression. Impish, that's how I describe it. Amy looks impish, looking at me with her head nestled into my shoulder. Would you come with me far enough to be a pirate? Of course I would! Isao, you just declared you just declared yourself. That was a pretty trick from her, actually. Who in their right mind would pass up the opportunity to be pirates with you? Isao, can you please think before talking? You just almost declared yourself. Well, when you put it that way, I'm not sure. She giggles again. I notice that my heart seems to have sped up. It's probably due to Amy's proximity to me. Oh no. Oh no. What if he dies if he stays near Amy too much? That hint of strawberries again. I can't help but grin as I gaze down at her. She's happy again. She needs to face the 3 challenges of Melee Island to become a pirate. Is that a reference of a Monkey Island, maybe? Social distancing. This time, not following social distancing could kill you. Hey, Isao. Huh? If you're going to kiss me, you should probably do it soon. I think the lunch bell is about to ring. What do you mean, Amy? My thoughts grit to a sudden halt. Wait, what the fuck did she just say? I'm pretty sure my mouth is hanging open in shock. Boom! Kiss me. Boom! Ah! Isao will die with an heart attack in about 3 seconds. All I can manage is a strangled... Huh? This amuses me even more. You were thinking about it, weren't you? I have a soft spot, actually, for teasing girls. She sits up, bringing her face level with me. I'd probably enjoy it, you know? Guys be like, I can't understand. Does she like me? I don't think so. You're really... Well... She briefly composes herself, looking like she's about to say something important. If you hadn't figured it out by now, I think I've developed a bit of crush on you. Oh, thanks Amy for saying it, because the protagonist would have never noticed it, okay? If you didn't have said that, he would have wondered, what did she mean? What did she meant with, you can kiss me, I wouldn't mind? Does she like me? No, impossible. Thanks, Amy, finally. Finally, anime character that doesn't leave the protagonist wondering for too much. Thanks. Thanks. I can't, I'm gonna get you. God. No, that would be the worst answer. I've developed a bit of a crush on you. You're going to have to do something about that. This time her grins, shorts, circuits several important thought processes. At some point I turned toward her. At another point her arms moved to around my neck. And at another, my arms wrapped around her waist. I'll be damned if I could tell precisely when that happened. because at the moment there's only a voice in the back of my head yelling at me to kiss her. I look into Amy's eyes. There it is. The thing I saw yesterday on the bed. It's here again. Yeah, that was Amy. It suddenly strikes me that she's worried that I will reject her. What a silly worry for her to have. Yeah, who would reject Amy anyways? Well, if you don't have a partner. Oh, here they are! Yes! We got the kiss! Her lips taste faintly of strawberries. Everything is strawberries. She leans into the kiss, and her arms tighten around the back of my head, making sure that I don't pull away. She's Ayandre confirmed. Not that there is any danger of that. There's a churning feeling in my gut. The world falls away. There's just me and her and this bench. My arms tighten, drawing her waist closer, entranced by the feel of her. Then the alarm clock rings! No! Bad ending! I inhale her scent, my mind trying desperately to memorize everything about how she tastes. Strawberries. How she smells, how she feels. Strawberries, still. Well, the ringing of the bell snaps us both back to reality, and we break the kiss. Okay, I gotta thank the school bells, because if this was any other anime, they would have rang before the kiss. You know what I mean, right? Every fucking anime. Oh, kiss me. Oh, ding dong. Oh, what happened? Oh, and then for another 20 episodes. Oh, what happened? I don't know. Oh, does she know me? I don't know. God damn it. Amy's cheeks are slightly flushed, and she seems to be catching her breath. In her defense, so am I. We stand here for a few moments, trying to wrap up our heads around what we've just done. Amy is the first to break the silence. So, wanna grab dinner after I'm done with practice? What a coincidence, I was about to ask you the same thing. Well, actually I suppose it was going to be some kind of proper date on the weekend or something, but the thought was there, I think. Emergency food confirmed. I'm not eating her, even if she might taste like strawberries. Amy gives me a playful shove. Yeah, right. You were still in shock from how incredibly awesome I am at kissing. Why does this sound so good? Wait. Save. Okay. We begin to head down the stairs back to our respective classrooms. Hey, I didn't see you talking immediately afterwards either. That I didn't. See you after practice is out. She leans in quickly and gives me a quick kiss in the middle of the hallway, sending me into another brief state of mental freefall. As I head into my classroom, a giggling Misha greets me. She didn't see, right? Why he charmed you, romantic cute? Did you confess on that rooftop, did you? Actually, I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Young love is unpredictable, isn't it? This being Misha, I suppose I should have expected her to tease me over this. I guess. Wait, I gotta come to mind something brief. We still don't know Misha's disability. What if, I got this random thought in my mind, what if her condition is, she has a problem where the body grows fast. So maybe she's younger than she appears. I don't know. There are surely conditions that make you grow up a little faster. Or might just be polar. I don't know if that is enough to make you go into school, to be honest. We will see. Before I can really respond, Mutu's entered the room and Misha skips off to her seat, giggling all the while. I suspect that we'll get a lot of that sort of conversation now, especially seeing as how Amy kissed me right in the middle of the hall. But somehow, I don't care about that. For the first time since arriving here, my heart feels light. And now she dies because it got too strong. Chapter 2? Oh, we got a drawing. Well, Act 3, Perspective. That's Artesio time. Achievement now? Where's my achievement? Where's my achievement? Oh, well. Or just being general, and she gets with Shizume. Well, I wouldn't be too surprised, to be honest. Artesio! Depends from the point of view. I should make the meme, you know, the Simpson meme. Say it again, Bart! It depends from the point of view. Woo! My head is in a spinning, all through Mutu's class. Spin to win, as they say. Achievement unlocked. Good! Well, for completing the second act of Amy. Yeah, kissing her. Also, I'm liking a lot that the game doesn't stop at the declaration of love and they stay together, like a lot of dating sims or anime do. A lot of animes end when they go together, when they declare their love. And so we won't see what happens later. I really liked the anime of Love is War, but unfortunately, I really wanted to see what they are like when they are in a relationship, the two protagonists. But I didn't get any of that. And so that left him a little unsatisfied, unfortunately, even if that was a great anime. So here I'm pretty happy to see what the relationship is like. Because I feel like that's an important part. Or at least that's the fanservice part, how to say. Well, okay, the fanservice part is another one in this game, but still counts as fanservice, seeing the lovely relationship, you know. Of course it doesn't stop, there's still the 18 plus. Yeah, that's that. Sure, let's see if that happens soon or not. I don't think so, maybe on the next act. Who knows? The shield better be raised. The shield is ready. I'm going to have dinner with Amy, who wants to be my girlfriend, no less. A date. And then she kissed me. That kiss, I kept going back to it, playing it over my mind again and again. Everything about that moment felt so right. My mind drifts off, lost in thought of Amy. Nakai, hello? Seems like I've drifted a bit too far. What? Oh god, you've contracted some kind of amnesia. Someone get the nurse. The class chuckles at Mutu's antics. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again and all that, right? Yes, exactly. Mutu brightens considerably. Well, lovely to hear. I'd hate to have my star pupil slacking off after all. I've been doing well, but I hardly qualify as a star pupil, I think. I'm very certain that this class is the sort that everyone does well in. It's just memorizing formulas. True to my word, I managed to pay attention for the rest of the class. Okay, at least that. We didn't see any head pet, though. They will come and they will be censored, I'm sorry. Okay, may I have a word with you? Oh no, I wonder if I'm in trouble for earlier. Sure. Am I in trouble? Mutu looks genuinely confused for a moment. Beg your pardon? He tilts his head on one side and thinks for a moment. Oh, that, no, you're not in any sort of trouble. That's just a question I wanted to ask. What's that? Nothing terrible. I was wondering what your plans for after graduation are. Are you going to university? Yeah, I guess. I can't really see a reason not to go. Given any thought to what you will study? Being a pirate. Long story. Not really. I figure I will come up with something when I get there. It reminds me. Oh, give me a... I don't really approve the idea of wanting to go to university when you don't have an idea of what to do, and just do a university just to do it. Because you will find a work that you will work for the rest of your life, or most of it. So, you'd better ponder this choice carefully. You can just go to a university just to have a job that you won't like for 40 plus years. So I don't think that's the better solution, to go to a university when you don't have an idea. At least go to a easy university, so like this. What is a easy university? Well, except mine. Well, a university for easy job. What is an easy job? Politics. I'm sorry. I don't know. I will come up with something when I get there. Oh, ciao, Harry! Give me a second. Mutu laughs. Taking things as they come, huh? I'd argue against it. But that's how I did things when I went to university. That was... No, okay. Well, not really. I knew I'd go in for a science. I just wasn't sure which one. Ended up with physics, but could just as well have gone for astronomy or what have you. What have you? Yes, what is... Someone is writing. I answer to you later, I'm sorry. Actually, I did go for chemistry first, but there was all sort of things. Mutru takes off and frowns slightly. Let's give her a quick answer, sorry. It takes a minute for him to recover his train of thoughts, and I wait patiently for him to continue. So anyway, I did a lot of physics as well, because I had an interest in that, but I wasn't sure if it was for me. A similar thing to me, actually. I had some interest in medicine, because my mom does something like that as a part-time job. But I'm really lucky I didn't go into medicine, because that thing sounds pretty hard. Pretty hard. No. I would die now thinking I could have gotten into a medical university and had to learn everything, which sounds boring to me, then later having to do a medic job for the rest of my life, finding ill people. I'm not really the altruistic type, I'm really sorry. So I wouldn't find myself into doing a doctor. Even if at least it's a job it's not one of the worst job I would like, because still might be interesting to be a doctor, because you have to understand the problem and try to find a solution, which is not at least a repetitive job all the time. It's not like a cashier. You have something to think every day. That's why I love programming. McDonald's isn't that an easy job. Yes, but you need to have a degree anyways. So I went back to chemistry. He smiles at me enthusiastically, as if waiting for me to confirm that yes, here is where we are. Somehow I get the feeling that Mutu had plans for this conversation, but I'll be damned if I can figure it out. I'm sorry, I'm not following you. Mutu frowns and rubs his chin a bit, looking perplexed. He then snaps his fingers, as if I remembered what the point of all of this was. Right, yes, you! Me? Yes, you should look into studying one of the science. You're fantastic at it. Unless you'd rather just go into math. Mutu makes a sore face. Not a big fan of straight math. I prefer gay math. No, I'm sorry. I always like the experiments more than the proofs. I actually like math up to a certain degree. Up until Up until high school math, I like it. When we go into university stuff, no thanks. More than over, I really like the math puzzles. The logic puzzle with math. I participated at some math competition at my high school with two other math friends. And we did good. We had a lot of fun solving puzzles, solving math puzzles. You're saying I should study science at university. Muto seems thrown off balance by my question. Well, sort of. You could also join the science club. Doki science club, no thanks. Trouble is, there's not actually a science club. Well, then why are you telling me? But there could be. You could even be a charter member. Oh, hi Rusty. We are playing Katawa Shoujo. We just kissed Amy. You can be a founding father. Of course, you would need to find other members. Honestly, I don't personally care about a science club, even less forming one. Is there no literature club? Gaming club? Also, I think maybe the story wants the protagonist to ponder about it, but then later refuse it because I don't think Amy is stays that well with science. So maybe we will join the track team later instead of the science team, which doesn't even exist. Eddie, want to blow things up? Yes. No, don't let Rin get closer to the science experiments. Well, or if you want to, we could just start it up with the two of us. And, I could give you things to read and we could talk about them. Sounds boring, I'm sorry. I could help you to get ready for university and such as well. Wait! Moto rummages around in his briefcase and tosses me a book. Read that. If it's interesting, then we can talk about it. A Brief History of Time? I don't know if I actually want to read this, but Moto seems pretty excited about it. What's it about? Time, space-time, black holes and such. And it's not that dense. Yeah, no, actually, yeah, the black hole is pretty dense. Oh wait, you meant the book. Just to see if that sort of thing is interesting for you. You understand. Hang around after class and we can either discuss it or I can show you how to make explosive in the labs. About the letter. He waves a hand at my quizzical expression. Joking, sorry. No, too bad. Still, I've kept you here long enough for now. Think about science as a career path, Nakai. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, I will. Thank you for the book. Van Gogh jump scare. I leave the class and look up at the clock. Quite a chunk of time to kill until Amy is out of practice. Guess I'll give this book a look. I should probably shower as well. Showering before a date is only proper, right? No, it's kinda required, you know. I head back to the dorms. What if Amy is the unshowered ones because she's coming out of practice? Nah, I think she will. She's a fine girl after all. I wonder where I'm supposed to meet Amy anyway. She said after practice, but she didn't say where I should find her. I guess I can just swing by the truck. That's probably best anyway. If she needs a shower, I can wait for her in her room or something. That we turn on MC apparently. Well, yeah, he liked the strawberry scent. The strawberry sweat scent. I don't get it. Or in the hallway, I guess. That would be better as well. I take a quick shower, remembering to take my medication once I hop out. Now for a look at this book. Time pass. Oh, it's a time skip. It's not a good night. Or maybe the book is so boring he fell asleep. Wait, really? That's really it. I wake with a start. Shit, what time is it? A glance at the clock reveals that I've been asleep for nearly an hour. Thank goodness. Emmy's practice should be finishing up soon. I throw on some casual clothes and head for the truck. No, I don't think you want casual clothes for a date. Fun fact, I went to a not really date, a connoisseur date from the dating apps with very casual clothes. I wonder if that was the problem, since it was only once we met. Somehow I get the feeling we won't be doing anything fancy for dinner. Amy doesn't strike me as a very fancy sort of person. Still, I suppose there's a lot I have yet to know about Amy. Despite our newfound closeness, I still feel like I don't know her as well as I should. Oh well, I have lots of time to fix that. To be honest, I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. I'm so caught up in my own thoughts that I hardly register that I'm already at the truck. Amy is nowhere to be found. I don't even see any signs of the truck team. This could be embarrassing. I turn to head toward the girls' dormitory when I hear a shout. Hey, he's out! Oh, she's in casual clothes. Wait. Here she is. Oh. I turn around and see Amy making a beeline for me with a gym bag slung over her shoulder. She's changed into some decidedly more casual clothing, a pair of shorts and an olive green top. Her running blades have been replaced with more realistic looking legs that probably wouldn't fool anyone. Oh wait, that's maybe why in the previous images we didn't really recognize her prosthetic legs, because she has two of them. The running ones and the kinda real ones, which don't seem real, but maybe with long jeans you don't see the difference, or there's a slight difference. Slammed again, no. Amy doesn't seem to care about that, a fact which makes me smile. Hey, you came! That's what you will say later. I mean, I figured that you would, but still. I suddenly find myself wrapped in a rather affectionate hug. Aww, and it proves to be impossible for me to keep what must be the world's largest grin off my face. Well, of course I came. It would be crazy not to, right? It's not like I almost fell asleep, huh? Amy ponders for a moment. You know, that's true. I mean, I'm pretty amazing after all. I shrug in response. I certainly think so. It's an offhand remark, which is why I'm surprised to see that seems to have caught Amy by surprise. Oh, she blushes and smiles warmly at me before planting a kiss on my lips. Oh! She's very, very direct. Now it's my turn to be surprised. Amy steps back, resting her weight on her back heel. Looking pleased with herself. My brain fumbles for an appropriate response. I should compliment you more often. Amy laughs and gives me a playful shove. Jerk! I throw an arm around Amy's shoulders and I'm pleased when she immediately leans into me, as if it were the most natural thing in the world. So, where to? I'm not actually sure. Where do people go on dates around here anyway? I don't know. Ask me, Baka. I was almost about to say Baka, yeah. That's a damn good question. I've got no idea. Why don't we just go down the Aura Mart and grab something portable? Amy's face brightens at this idea. A picnic! I think you're onto something, Isa. Okay, sorry. Amy shakes her arm around my waist, and we begin to head for the front gate. Oh, I always love a good fantasy game. I won't even finish the joke, you know what it means. I'm entirely unsure of what I'm meant to do in this situation, but at least Amy seems to be equally clueless. Amy Snake. Well, if you Consider it, Amy is some sort of snake since she has two tails, right? If you consider the legs, no, never mind. Sounded better in my head. And then Rina appears. Yo, what you doing? No! Wait, we can make it worse. Rina appears. Hey, what you doing? I got this from the science professor. Boom! And they die. Roll credits. Despite the relaxing feeling of being with Amy, I still can't help feeling a little tense. What if I do something wrong? I'd hate to make an ass out of myself. The trip to the Aura Mart is accompanied by Amy's chatter about how practice went. Well, actually, you can do worse than me than going with a very casual clothing, you know. I kept quiet for the most part, merely enjoying the warmth of being around Amy. We get a few odd looks from passerby, but I don't mind. We wind up buying some bread and instant noodles, realizing too late that we cannot actually cook the latter in the park. Oh well, can we make it for lunch or something? That would work. The park is located after a brief loss of the direction I blame entirely on Amy. She, of course, blames me. We find a spot beneath a tree and sit down. I lean back against the trunk. Amy sits across from me. I guess we should have brought a blanket or something to sit on, huh? Amy shrugs. I don't mind. Neither do I. Amy tosses me a package of bread and we dig in. Curry bread, Curry bread? How does it taste like, curry bread? I don't know. Sounds interesting. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what I grabbed in the store. Hey Zao, you look like your bed is a little spicy. I shake my head, trying in vain to keep an image of manliness. No, it's hardly spicy at all. I see, that must be why your face has gotten so red. Yes, exactly, the lack of spice has gotten my blood up. Because of disappointment. Amy laughs and swallows the last of her bread. Well, if you can't handle it, I'll be glad to take it off of your hands. Wait. Reminds me something. What? There was an anime where a character didn't like spicy food, but to act tough, she never showed it. Wait, which was it? Which was it? I forgot. Oh. Well, I don't remember. The situation is getting spicy. That's the mod for you. The curry bread tastes like curry. Yeah, I know, but I never tried it. Okay, I don't know how the mix could taste. Yeah, I know. As bread and curry, I know. Do they want ants? Because that's how they get ants. Well, maybe they are not too fast. We are doing a quick picnic, I hope. Well, if you can't handle it, I'll be glad to take it off your hands. Okay. Hey, just because you wolfed down yours so quickly doesn't mean I'm just going to give you mine. I mean mock pouts, causing me to nearly choke on my bread with laughter. Oh, come on, Izao. Aren't you supposed to be concerned with making sure I've got enough to eat now? We are dating, you know. Though, Amy looks troubled all of a sudden. I can say I feel indifferent. Huh? What do you mean with that? What makes this a date? It's just what we would have done anyway, really. But this should feel different because before, when we had lunch, we were deep friends. And now we are a level above friends. You sound like Rain. Yeah, because I am! Moves mask! Gotcha! What about the arms? Oh, prosthetic arms. What? Laughter escapes, and Amy grins. Well, she might have put a thought into mind. We've talked about that sort of things before. About me? Not really, just stuff, really. Rain thinks that the change of a label from friend to girlfriend seems arbitrary most of the time. Like, there's some difference between the two. I can think of at least one, you know. You don't tend to kiss your friends quite as much. No, luckily no. For the second time today, Amy blushes slightly and giggles. I suppose you're right. Exactly, I'm always right about things like this. Amy rolls her eyes and chuckles. Guess you're pretty smart, huh? I nod. Yep. Even Muto thinks so. He thinks I should go into some scientific study after graduation. Amy raises an eyebrow. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm thinking I actually might do just that. I don't know if Amy's happy though, because maybe she wants to stay in my same university. Free end, girlfriend, boyfriend, only an explosions have no end. I love this phrase, wait. Here. Really, the more I consider the idea, the more it appeals to me. I make a mental note to look into it a little more closely. And then Isao removes his marks and he's Amy, and then he moves her again and she's out. Oh, no! That's like some old cartoons scene. So what are you thinking to do after graduation? Still planning on running? Amy shrugs, seeming almost a bit hesitant. I don't know if I'm good enough and I can find a team, I guess? You mean you aren't sure? I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. Really? You should, you know, graduation isn't that far off. Amy fidgets a little nervously. Well, it's far enough, right? Besides, I got other things to think about. That's a mischievous flash behind Amy's eyes, and I suddenly find myself gloriously pinned against the tree. Yes, please! Yes! Yes! Like making sure this is a real date, right? I mean, if you don't kiss, then it's not a date at all, right? I like this line of thought, actually. What's the video? Ah, yeah, they were removing the costume all the time. Incredible. Awesome. I suppose strawberries and curry. Not the best combination, but I don't think I mind. Wait. Ah, interesting. Didn't say implicitly, but she kissed him. Damn, I love straightforward girls. Amy sits back on my legs and grins again. There, science would approve, right? I have the oddest mental image of Mutu nodding seriously and making a mark on some checklist. Of what? I can't help but laugh at the idea. Peak comedy. Yeah. Well, I admit it, this is the first time I ever witnessed a kiss being met with laughter. Should I feel offended? No. I'm sure science approves. Amy beams at me, and I find it increasingly difficult to keep my brain functioning properly. Ah, good. At this point I noticed that Amy has stolen the remainder of my curry bread while I was otherwise occupied with images of teachers wielding clipboards. No! The kiss was all a ruse! No! Hey! Amy tries to look innocent, but considering she's just crammed the last bit of my bread into her mouth, it does not appear to be working. Huh? Oh, sorry, I couldn't resist. Thief! A shrug from my companion is all I get in response. You used your feminine wiles on me. What is wiles? Tricks maybe? Wile. Devious or cunning stratagems. Perfect. Yeah, the screenshot. Nice. I wasn't that hungry anyway, but I still feel that the point needs to be made. Amy seems confused by the phrase feminine wiles, but the understanding dawns on her features after a moment thought. Was it anything of the sort? You were laughing. Feminine wiles don't involve laughing. I guess I can't argue with this. That doesn't change your thievery. Amy laughs at my injured tone and gives me a playful shove. Fine, you can have the instant noodles. Are you kidding? That stuff is terrible. Are you kidding? Here. I got this, like... I just ate this. no, not for dinner. And they were tasting kinda nice, and I prepared them in 3 minutes. I'm lazy to cook, okay? I'm not eating it all the time, of course. Like, once every 2 weeks, it's pretty nice to have some instant food ready on the spot, you know. But yours are cooked. Okay, you got a point too. If anything, you should definitely eat it as a punishment. Another laugh from the girl sitting on my legs. Oh, it's on his legs. Oh, how sweet. Both of which have fallen asleep by now. Ah! She dead! No! What was that? I twitch one leg to try waking it up, which has the unintended effect of unbalancing Amy, who falls to the side with a startled "Ep!" Oh, sorry about that. Legs fell asleep on me. Amy remains on the ground, giggling. I stand up a little shakily, feeling the nerves in my legs return to normal. My eyes wander off the scenery before fixing on the figure of Amy, who has yet to get up. Aww. We get an image for the date here. How sweet. I actually don't like those images that much because she seems underage, very underage from these pictures, you know. Too much underage. Oh no, the PNG has fallen. Curse the rotation effect. I mean, you can't sit on her legs, can you? Well, partially. She still has parts of her thighs, you know. Her hair is splayed out around her head. Her arms are spread and laughter is bubbling up through her mouth. Splayed. Let's see splayed. Splayed. Spread out and apart, okay. Good to know. Aren't they all underage? I don't know, probably yes. Of course, some more than another, I would say. They're in high school though. Well, depends. In some anime, they go to high school and they are mysteriously overage. In Doki Doki, for example, Natsuki is 18, right? Natsuki is 18! No, I don't buy that. But yeah, they might be at high school, they might seem underage, but they are 18 for some reason. Whatever reason. You know the reason. You definitely know the reason. We know the reason. We will know the reason later. Everything about Amy seems condensed into this one image. Her energy, spirit, and childish giggling, the urge to lay down on the grass with her rises swiftly from the back of my mind to the forefront of my thoughts. And I am convinced that I would love nothing more than to do just that. Natsuki's malnourished, growth stunted. Yeah, but they are still in high school, right? It's still no university. While Amy may be happy to stay out here all night, I don't think I have that ability. Besides, homework soon beckons. It wouldn't make sense to start thinking about things like university and then slack off, right? Would you prefer university or Amy? I extend a hand to Amy to help her out. We should probably get going. No! You are having fun, come on. Yeah, she's right. Amy makes a sour face. You're right. She grabs my proffered hand. Proffered, I suppose extended arm. Panning. Hold out or put forward. Okay, for someone for acceptance. Interesting. Why do they have this many words in English. I thought English was an easy language. Well, more than Japanese, of course. And I pull her to her feet and into a hug. This time I'm the one who kisses her, unable to resist having Amy against me. Seems a shame to leave, you know. Yeah, it does. But if we don't get back to the school soon, we'll probably get into trouble. I'm sorry, I got a sudden thought in my mind. Every dating sim, if you think it properly, and it's technically watching two people date. Isn't that creepy? Looking at two people date. Even if, yeah, the main objective of dating sims is having the player project themselves into the protagonist. I know, but if you don't think it like that, it sounds weird to see two people date for an entire game. Amy pokes me in the ribs playfully. And you need to do your homework, are you sure? Sadly, you're absolutely right. If you're at a restaurant, it's likely you will watch two people dating anyway. Yeah, but you're not enjoying them. See, you're not really enjoying seeing them dating. Well, you could, but you're not going to the restaurant to see people dating. It's not creepy if they don't know you're watching. I like the reasoning. I got another... The thought in my mind is not over though. Because you see two people date. But if you project yourself into the protagonist, it's kinda like you are the boyfriend, right? But isn't that some sort of NTR? Because you like consider another one's girlfriend as yours. It's messed up. I don't know why or how. It's messed up. I don't know how I ended up with that logic. I throw my arm around her shoulders and we make the trek back to the school, accompanied by occasional bouts of laughter as our conversation jumps from subject to subject. Bouts. Wait. Bout. A short period of intense activity of a kind. Maybe we got this word once before, I don't know. Saved. Everything from running to school to the peculiar way that one of the cafeteria workers smells. Why do we always talk about smell? Well, mostly because of her strawberry scent. All too soon we find ourselves outside of the girls' dormitory building. Wait, isn't every girl linked to some sort of kink? Amy maybe is the smell king? No, I hope not. I'm kidding. Wait, fun fact. A lot of years ago, there was some sort of similar game to Katawa Shoujo, but it was a kink game. Every girl had a problem, but it's not this sort of problem. Like, one girl had incredibly huge boobs, okay? One girl seemed pregnant. Other girl had a pretty big ass. One was... Yeah, I don't know why it came to mind. Yeah, the other Katawa Shoujo. It was not complete though, luckily. There was another which was just fat, I suppose. And there was one that was tall. I don't know anything else. Wait. I also remember the name. It was Growth Academy. Ah yeah, because their condition gets more intensified more the game continues. Luckily I don't seem to find it in the first result. Yeah, it's... Wait, it's not a demo anymore. I don't know. No, it's still on development. Oh well, not that I plan to play it. Well, maybe for the tall girl, actually. Katawa Shoujo from 8chan. 8chan, that's new. What they can do, give fresh fried freak. Yeah, don't look for that. Or do, I won't stop you. Next up on your YouTube channel, every dating sim is NTR, and that is why. Well, there is a slight reasoning behind it, you know. Oedipus blind self? No. He's the character I was missing though. Ah yeah, the tomboy! There was also a tomboy. I don't know what will happen to her. Maybe she gets more muscles. I don't know. Okay, sorry. Let's return to the game. Also, my windows. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll be going then. I guess so, huh? Amy grins at me with that mischievous look. Are you going to be able to survive without me? I laugh. I'm sure I manage. How terrible. Aren't you supposed to say something like, I'll be counting the seconds you are away? Nah, I don't think so. Amy pulls me down into a quick goodbye kiss and steps back, looking unexpectedly shy. Thanks for dinner. I really had fun. Honestly, I did. So did I. I think we shall have to do it again sometime. Amy laughs at my deadpan delivery and nods. See you bright and early tomorrow morning, right? You've got a run of that bread after all. Of course, despite the fact that you ate most of it. Yet, despite that. See you later, Isao. As Amy turns to head inside, I notice something weird. Something so weird that I'm surprised I didn't notice it earlier. She's limping slightly, favoring the left leg. Hey, Amy! Huh? Is your leg okay? Amy looks confused, or at least fakes confusion. What are you talking about? Your right leg, you're limping. Did she fake being well to not ruin the date? There's the briefest flash of concern on Amy's face. Either she didn't want me to know, or she didn't think I'd notice. Or I prefer to think she just didn't realize it. Oh, that. She shrugs casually. Must have gotten knocked a little out of alignment during the picnic. No idea what would have caused that, of course. I think back to being pinned under the tree. Good memories. Oh, you should have told me. We could have stopped and fixed it, you know. Amy waves a hand early. Nah, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it, okay, Isao? It's fine. Why do I get the feeling that she's convincing herself as well as me? Oh, we got a choice here. What to do? Press or let it rest. So if we press, I don't think pressing is that bad because we show care. We show that we worry about her. I feel like pressing is the right choice. Well, I don't know if there's the right choice, but we are concerned about her. Sure. Are you absolutely sure? You don't want to go ahead and adjust it before heading up the stairs? You should get hurt if you don't, right? I said it was fine, Isao. Seriously, don't worry about it. I got some experience in those matters after all. Yeah, I suppose so. Amy grins reassuringly. Honestly, Isao, I appreciate the concern, but I really am okay. No, really, I need to get along. Your attempts to keep him around are doomed to fail. Of course. Just prolonging the goodbye, I suppose. Another grin lights up Amy's face. Good night, Isao. Good night. After she limps inside, I find myself hoping she's okay, despite her assurances that she's fine. I think I can call this a success first date. A successful. Hell, any day that ends with Amy pinning me under a tree to kiss me can be bad, can it? No, best day actually. Here. I head back to my room, mentally thank the gods that Kenji doesn't ambush me in the hallway and get started on my homeworks. If Kenji knows I'm dating Amy, I will never end. I will never hear the end of it. The morning is far too early for my taste. I know. It doesn't help that I had trouble sleeping last night. There were simply too many things to think about. My mind refused to slow down. Instead, I replayed the rooftop, the park, and everything else over and over in my mind. There's a small part of my mind that is still paranoid that this has all been some kind of joke. That we met up with Amy at the truck and she'd act like nothing happened yesterday. Pushing those thoughts to the back of my mind, I throw on my running clothes and open the door. Amy is waiting for me with her usual smile. You're late. Or at least you're not early today. Are you tired or something? I find myself ruefully rubbing the back of my head. Something like that, yeah. Lots to think about all that. Amy giggles at my mild understatement. Yeah, I didn't sleep that well either. I was actually glad you went early because I wasn't early either. I wonder if the same thing kept us awake. The image of her weeping face passes through my mind. What kept you up? Amy's expression falters, but she quickly notices my curiosity and forces a smile. Nothing important. She's obviously not telling me something. The question is, should I press the issue? Something clearly been bothering her for a while. I want to help her, but won't it just come off as me being nosy? She's got to know I care about her though. Are you sure? If something is bothering you, I'm here to help you sort it out. Amy laughs then, but it's not her usual laugh. There's an edge to it that seems almost bitter. Sort it out? I'm not sure it can be sorted out, Isao. I hope it's not the legs. An almost grim smile crosses her lips. It's like a smile of resignation. I don't think you could help me anyway. Well, even if I can't, you can still lift a part of your burden. I don't know. That hurts. I don't want to say that it hurts to her, but it does. Doesn't she realize I want to be there for her when things go wrong? Well, I won't push you on the matter, but I'm here for you if you decide later that you'd like to talk about it. It might help. I can see the debate raging behind Amy's eyes. Seems like she wants to tell me, but she's not sure whether or not she can. Hey, forget about it for now, okay? We got running to do. The mention of running, something that she can handle, brings Amy back to her usual self. Right! Hurry up and stretch out, Isao. We've got to get moving. She takes off like a shot, far quicker than I'm used to. And deja vu time. So, maybe now it's right time. I still have the video open, so it's here. Still, I try to keep peace with her, recklessly testing my limits. It gives me a feeling of freedom, like my heart is no longer important. I find myself wanting to laugh, filled with the feeling of moving beyond what I once called my boundaries. The nurse warnings do not overdo things echo in my mind, and I disregard them. Time to die? This feeling I have, this willingness to risk a heart attack for something so trivial as a morning run, feels out of character for me. But is it? Or rather, should it be? I've got a weak heart, sure. It will never be capable of the kind of speed and endurance Amy is capable of. Though I probably wouldn't be able to get that good even if I had a healthy heart. As we round the final bend, I feel my legs screaming in protest, but for the first time, I ignore them. I accelerate to finish at a sprint, nearly catching up to Amy. That was never going to happen, of course. Still, I feel surprisingly good. Oh, sure, my leg feels like they're about to catch fire, and I'm having trouble staying upright. But there's a shift of some sort today. And it's all thanks to the girl grinning at the finish line, waiting for me. That felt a little faster than usual. Oh. It's over. Too bad. Deja vu, I've died in this place before. Oh no, time to die again. I lost count how many times I almost died with Abby. My comment is met with a grin and a shrug. Can't have you think I was going to go out on you now, can I? But you managed to handle it just fine. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Still feeling the high from the run and moved by a surge of gratitude, I seized Amy in a hug. Thanks. Oh, really, I'm not just saying that. I'm in your debt. Amy seems flustered by my words, squirming uncomfortably. They're both sweaty. So I'm thinking... No, we talked about it before, never mind. Don't be silly, Zhao. Someone had to haul you out there, didn't they? Wait, haul is... We got haul last time. Sometime before. I forgot. It's like group things. Pull or drag with effort or force. Yeah, maybe something like that. Screenshot, nice. And it's not like you're not doing anything for me, right? I'm the running partner, remember? I shake my head, still pointedly not letting go of Amy. Boo stops squirming and merely looks up at me with a quickly deepening blush that almost seems out of character. No, that's not true. You wanted a running partner, but you didn't need one. If I hadn't shown up the day after the festival, you would still run, right? It doesn't work the other way around. I only managed to make it out a few times before the festival. And without you, I probably wouldn't have made it out at all after that. Amy smiles at me and prods my chest with one finger. You're pretty lazy, Hizao. Hey, I was giving you a compliment. Well, you're welcome, I guess. I'll pay you back somehow. Well... That's not necessary, you know? I mean, I kinda like you, Hizao. What do you mean, kinda? We are engaged now. And being able to run with you in the mornings isn't exactly a bad deal for me either, so... For someone who gets so much praise, she seems unused to gratitude. I can't think of anything else to say, so we fall silent. I become aware of Amy's breathing, of the dampness of her clothing, and of the scent of her. Hizao, stop! Stop thinking about sweaty Amy, okay? Coming off of anyone else, it would think, I know, okay, Hizao, we got it. You like sweaty girls. I can't share the feeling, but you are thinking it too much, okay? Stop with the smell! And we are not over, because if we do the real route later, we are gonna deal with fits, so... it's not over. I hope it doesn't happen with the other characters, though. What is gonna be anyways with the other characters? Keep the upstairs brain focused. Coming off of Amy, it fits her in a way nothing else could. Her skin is cool, slick with sweat, and breathes causes goosebump to rise. Almost without thinking it, I lean down and meet Amy's mouth, which has already moved to meet my own. Her lips are soft, and she hums happily as we kiss, sending vibration from her mouth to mine. There's a startling rightness to everything about this moment. We fit one another perfectly. The kiss ends, and I finally let my arms drop back to my sides. Amy is smiling warmly at me and giggles again. Kamisa, we'd better go see the nurse. Then it happens. Your heart attack. No? As she turns to begin walking, she gives out a tiny yelp and stumbles forward. Amy! I leap to steady her and notice with some concern that she's favoring the same leg as last night. Your leg. Amy seems panicked and pushes away from me. It's fine. My expression must seem hurt because she has tend to apologize. Sorry. Didn't mean to push you like that. I was just... She stumbles for something to say. It's nothing, really. Hey, don't worry about it. She's so flustered I decide to shrug the whole thing off. No! Before you didn't! Why now? But there's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach now that won't go away. I tried to step in and help her, and she pushed me away. Smiling, I shoved those thoughts to the back of my mind and concentrate on Amy. I just don't want you getting hurt, that's all. You don't want to worry about me, honest. I'm fine. Yes, you say that, but I don't believe you. Why won't you tell me what's going? It's like she gets offended by my trying to help. What am I supposed to make of that? I'm still trying to sort out what happened on the truck as we arrive in front of the nurse's office. Amy raised her hand to knock, hesitates and turns to me, smiling guiltily. Hey, can you do me a favor? No, I won't shut up about you, okay? I will tell the nurse that you didn't feel fine, okay? Can you tell the nurse I will see him later? Ah, that's not it. I just remembered that I got some stuff to take care of before class. I don't see the reason for her to hide to the nurse her problem. So I really need to get moving. I peer at her closely and she fidgets under my stare. Yeah, she's clearly just avoiding the nurse. That leg of hers. Whatever, I said I'd help, so I will. But I'll make damn sure she sees the nurse before the day's out. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let him know. Amy looks like I've just given her a pony on Christmas. Thank you so much. You're the best, Isao. I'm rewarded for my complicity in her lie by a kiss that makes it all worth it. Or so I tell myself. As Amy heads out the building, trying hard not to let her limp show, I knock on the door of the office. Oh, Isao, come in. I don't see Amy with you. She's not sick again, right? From the tone of his voice, I don't think the nurse is expecting me to say, yes, she's ill. She said she forgotten something, and she had to skip out, but she will see you later today. The nurse heaves an exasperated sigh. Honestly, that girl. She's been avoiding me. Yesterday she was in and out of here without even taking off her prosthetics, and now this. Well, at least it's not just me. Amy doesn't want worrying. Ah, that's my fault. That's a comfort, I guess. Still, I feel like I should say something about her leg. I say that lie for her, but she really needs to see him. Now that you mention it, she was limping pretty badly today. And last night as well. The nurse's eyes narrow at the words last night. What exactly? Oh no! Now he knows. What exactly were you doing last night? We were on a date. Now he's smiling. The nurse raises his eyebrows as if surprised. Really? Interesting. Nothing. His gaze turns thoughtful, and then he grins at me. You don't think you could use some of that boyfriend charm to get her to come see me today, could you? Of course. I was planning on doing that anyway. I think she's really hurt and just pretending she isn't. Ah yes, she does that. Afraid I'll make her stop running. Will you? I don't like to, but if it's bad enough that she's been limping, well, I guess I'd have to see what's wrong for myself before I make that call. I see. Am I not allowed to run? Perish the thought! I don't know if she'd be able to function without running. No wonder she's reluctant to admit anything is wrong. I'll make sure she sees you. Good, oh, and before I forget. He grins at me again in what feels like a vaguely threatening manner. Don't forget that I know what medication you're on. Wait. What is implying? Not to do with things with Amy. Yeah, not do 18 plus things with Amy, I get it. You careful around Amy, okay? Wow, he looks serious too. You got it? Don't hurt Amy, wouldn't dream of it. Grand! I'd hate for you to be late. Oh? Latest in the late zone Akai. He frowns briefly. Wait. I'm saving this for a spawn banter. Okay, perfect. Perfect. We got it. Okay. He frowns briefly, dissatisfied. Sounded better in my head. Well, at any rate, get out of here before you miss your first class. You've got things to do, I'm sure. Shoo! As I leave, I noticed the nurse pulling out his phone and dialing a number. He made a bet with someone that I would date her. Mako, your daughter is being a pain in the ass again. I'd better head back to my room, or I really will be late. Hey, wasn't he supposed to check my heart rate? I'm fine. And he died later. The late Isauna Kai, indeed. The lunch bell sounds, and I bring myself out of the stupor I slipped into during the morning classes. My lack of sleep last night, coupled with the increased pace of this morning run, had left me a little exhausted. Despite that, I find myself skipping stairs up to the roof. There's a thrill of excitement now, in addition to the pleasure of one gets from eating lunch with one's friends. I predict that maybe Amy will not be there, because she is in so much pain that she skipped class and she is in her room, and then we rushed into her room. That's my idea. True, both Amy and Rin are still my friends, but Amy has become more than that now. Rin is back in her usual spot on the roof, almost as if she's never been absent. What are you doing? I'm surprised though, we get a Rin image in the Amy's route. Feeling better, I take it? A raised eyebrow is my reward for speaking. Better than what? Better than you felt yesterday. Rin gives my question some serious thought. I'm not sure. I think I might have felt rather good for some of yesterday, but it's all fuzzy. Too much cold medicine? Well, I was asleep, and that usually is pretty good. But I can't remember what it feels like to be asleep, because I'm not conscious for it. Yeah, that's the point. It's a real problem. Then again, if I knew how good it felt, I might not sleep anymore. But this way I keep trying, so I guess that's how I can keep from being overtired. An eternal mystery to keep you sleeping at night? Maybe mystery is the wrong word. Intangibility must be the proper way to describe it. I see. No, I don't see at all. I have no idea what she's talking about, but that's okay, since I really do. Oh, I love Rin. I also love Rin. Do you remember what sleeping feels like? Like yesterday, do you remember what you felt like sleeping yesterday? Well, I actually didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday. Maybe that's because you remember subconsciously. Actually, I think I was worrying about Amy. Doesn't Amy worry enough about herself? I hadn't considered that, but gives me pause. True, but would she ask for help if she needs it? Rin frowns, and I raise an eyebrow. Will I get a proper answer? Probably not. Is there something she should be asking for help with? Her leg, for starters. This seems to catch Rin's interest. Leg? Yeah, I mean the prosthetic thing. Or the small part that she has. It's hurt, but she won't see the nurse about it. Rin shakes her head in disapproval. You have to make her. Like she makes me to go to class for her own good. Otherwise, she could lose her legs again, and that's just too weird. Losing things twice. especially if you don't find them again to begin with. Unless prosthetics are the same as finding something. But that's a different kind of lost, is it? I think so. Oh, I wonder. Wonder what? Ah, hey Amy! Amy seems to have snuck up on Rin and me, though Rin doesn't seem especially surprised, which is itself unsurprising, I suppose. Rin manages to sit herself upright, quite expertly, throwing her upper body forward. Wow! What a skill! Throwing the body forward and using her momentum to right herself. Your leg, how does it feel? That turns me a frown and a bit of a glare. It's okay, I think. Not worth worrying about. Tell that to the nurse. He's quite insistent that you visit him, you know. Rin has a six-pack. Ah, that's right, by lifting up herself every time. She must be pretty expert. Or pretty fit on... How it's called? Well, pretty fit on getting up. She's ripped! Wow. So... I was wondering if she can be classified as a tomboy. She has short hair, probably is fit, but... Doesn't strike me as a tomboy. Is a unique type. A pretty unique type. I wasn't not expecting that, but I expected not to expect something, so it doesn't count. Amy pouts like I've just told her she's been grounded. He worries too much. It's not a big deal, just a little soreness. I try to resist rolling my eyes in exasperation. If it's nothing, then you should have no problem seeing him, right? Amy narrows her eyes suspiciously. Did he put you up to this? Well, maybe. A little. That's not the point. I would have reminded you to see him anyway. Would be terrible to see you really hurt and not doing anything about it. That would make it worse, and I don't really want to see you hurt, you know. Call me crazy, but I kinda would prefer to see you happy and healthy. With each statement, Amy's frown fades a little more, until eventually she's grinning, albeit a little shyly. Well, if you're going to put it that way, then I guess I have to say him. Otherwise, you keep worrying and I will never hear the end of it, right? That's right, I will keep bugging you about it, and that might put a damper on our dates. How's the food, Isao? Talk to the nurse, Amy! How was your day, Isao? Talk to the nurse, Amy! Isao, I think I'm ready to go all the way. Talk to the nurse, Amy! See? Doesn't work that well. Amy giggles at my high-pitched rendition of her own voice and gives me an affectionate shove. Oh, they're so sweet together. I was expecting you, don't expecting my expecting. It's getting complicated. My voice isn't that high, jerk! What a face. I thought it was pretty accurate. Long pause. Amy and I stare at Rin for a while before I burst into laughter. Amy crosses her arms in a half, mock offended. Your butt, jerks! Such vile calumnies for you, young woman. I'm stunned that you would call me, of all people, a jerk. Honestly, I just don't know what to think. Amy sticks her tongue at me. You ass! Baka! So Rin, how's the art club those days? Rin, seemingly as surprised by this sudden change of topic as I am, takes a minute to think before answering. Miss Paint face! That was incredible. I believe it's okay. Autonomia keeps telling me to work harder. But I don't think he understands my methods. How do you tell someone with no arms to work harder? He always struck me as slightly creepy. Rin ponders this statement for a while. I've never really noticed, but I don't pay much attention to him most days, so maybe that's why. How often do you meet? Thinking of joining Isao? Oh, what? No, I already decided to join a club. Which one? Well, not really much of a club, to be honest. You joined the Tea Club? Wait, let me guess. It's Lily Club. No, I joined the science club, I think. Amy looks highly confused. We have a science club? Not really, it's just me. That's not a club. That's sitting in your room reading books. No, I mean, it's just me and Mutu. I'm just the only student so far. Mutu? Really? A thought strikes her. Ah, is that what you were talking about yesterday? Your meeting with Mutu? Yeah, that was our first meeting, I guess. Amy giggles. Nerd! Wait, could be a nice reaction image. Okay. Move your feet. Well, without arms, I get. Hey, I can't help being clever. You know, I could have used your help years ago. You should have had your heart attack earlier in life, Isao. Doesn't sound that good now that you say it. Weeb. I laugh and then realize this is probably one of the very rare times I've laughed about my heart attack. Hindsight. Yeah. The ringing of the bell ends our conversation. I guess we'd better go. Yeah, I guess so. Come on in, you two. Rin has apparently begun to doze off, so Amy gives her a sharp bump. I almost had it. They sleep, right? Sorry, but we need to go to class. I disagree, but maybe if I nap in class, I get it this time. Changing location is sometimes helpful for that kind of thing. Neither Amy or I bother asking what it is. Well, we know that the sleeping, the feeling of if sleeping feels good. Van Gogh jumpscare. As we arrive to my classroom, Amy gives me a quick kiss and heads down the hallway. Rin in tow. No, they saw me! Come on, all the time! Can't we have a little privacy? I turn to enter the classroom to be met by the duo of Shizune and Misha. Name a more iconic duo, right? I'm a little sad that we missed all the Shizune and Misha interactions since we got to the Emmy's route. But who knows? Later. Misha seems to be fighting a losing battle to keep from breaking off into a fit of giggles while she translates Shizune's latest rant. While we were pleased, nay thrilled, to see how well you managed to make new friends and forge a relationship, and with such a cutie too, Hichan. Wait, nay. Nay. Or rather, okay. Pleased or rather thrilled, awesome. Let me save it. I especially need the context for this word too. Okay. I think the last part was probably Misha. We nevertheless feel compelled to politely remind you that public display of affection is strictly forbidden. Really? That's disappointing, Sichan. By Section 8 of the Code of Conduct laid out in the student handbook. In this case, however, ignorance of the law may be your excuse, as we are feeling lenient. And the paperwork required to punish the both of you would only add to the already mountainous volume of work which confronts us, the members of the student council. And besides, you two are adorable together. Therefore, consider this formal warning and please refrain from such displays in the future. At least when Shizune can see you, Hichan. The whole spiel is so patently ridiculous that I can't help but reply in the same pompous manner. Well, I for one feel enlightened. I apologize profusely for my rash action and I will strive to contain my baser impulses which I fear impel me towards such an inappropriate display of public affection. It is hardly my wish to burden an already outworked student council with such petty manners, and I will do my best to make your lives easier in this matter in the future. It's like writing university emails. At least when Shizune is watching. This last line is delivered with a wink to Misha, who finally loses control of her laughter. Well said, Hichan! Wait, and we'll check a word. Was it... no, what was it? My base are here. Base. Without moral princesses. Okay. We save it. Chuckling a little to myself, we enter the classroom. Save. Oh. Okay. Isa, stop talking like Lily. I got education lessons from her. They just made up that rule, right? Are they jealous? Class is uneventful, and after the final bell rings, I find myself alone with Mutu again. I don't know why, I feel like this storyline with Mutu will end up as I will not go to science university because I want to stay with Emi. I don't know why. I feel like that's going in that direction. So, looks like we all assembled for the second meeting of the science club. Wait, what if the science club is all an excuse since Mutu is self-aware and is like Monica and is upset there's not a route with Mutu and it's Monica all over again? Or is it the first? What do you think? Should we count yesterday as a meeting? Well, we did form the club yesterday, right? Seems like a club business, so we can safely call yesterday a meeting. Mutu smiles in his usual stilted and awkward way. I wonder if the muscles in his face are just not shaped correctly to let him smile naturally. You really do have a knack for this, I think. Logical thought processes, that is. I guess so. A scientist speaks with authority, Zhao. The answer here is yes, I do. When the world wants to know how it works, we tell it. Even if all we got is a decent hypothesis, that's just disinformation then. But we must sound certain anyway, because we are the authorities of the subject, okay? He chuckles, to go along with his awkward smile at his awkward joke. I'm doing my best not to grimace, but I don't think I'm being too successful. That's entirely false, of course. We know a lot, sure, but nobody's an expert on how the world works, if only because nobody can be sure. With no certainty, there are no experts. But we like to pretend sometimes. There's some things we can be certain of, right? Yes, but no. We know gravity is here, for example. To illustrate, Mutu picks up a pencil and drops it. Yeah, I know how it works. See? Still there. Also, that's fake because this game does not have a physics engine, so it didn't fall. Still there, but it's good to check every once in a while. Yeah, I'm not falling, I'm just checking gravity is on place. That's why you will see researcher mucking about with gravity. Mucking? To muck. Muck. Spread on land? No, wait. Mucking. Let's see, mucking. Ah, muck out. Okay, not mucking, muck out. No. Still remove maneuver from dirt. Ah, wait, maybe... No, wait. Maybe about. Mucking about. To waste time, okay. Ah, maybe because removing dirt sounds like a way to say not doing something useful. Mucking around, mess with, thanks. Save, and we go. We're pretty sure we know how it works, but there's always a chance that something isn't how we think it is. So you check and check and check. That's science in a nutshell, is how. The whole time I've listened, feeling rather spellbound. Mutu seems to really be passionate about this stuff, I think. It's hard to tell sometimes. How the world works, how humans work, how the universe works. All those questions to be answered. And depending on what I go into, maybe I could even figure out a way to fix my heart. That said, I don't think that's a real priority to me. Besides, as we start discussing the book he gave me yesterday, I find myself more and more interested in that than my heart condition. Before we even realize it, an hour has gone by. Well, let's call this meeting over for now, okay? We'll have another meeting tomorrow or the day after. He considered this for a moment. Call it the day after, I got a lot of gradings to do. Okay, see you then. Van Gogh jumpscare. As I exit the classroom, I realize I don't really have anything to do tonight. I mean, I didn't make plans, so I guess I'll go to a library. It beats doing homework in my room anyway. Oh, we go meet Lily maybe, and I forgot her name. Was it Hanako? Maybe we will stop here? We did only 2 hours, but I have a flu, so I don't want to stream too much with a broken voice, and I was a little ill yesterday. I think I could go on, but 2 hours are enough. I don't want to make very long streams when I can. Okay. Also, reading visual novels for 2 hours is a little goes a little hard on my voice. I don't know. I think that's perfect time to end. Okay. So last time, I don't know honestly. We are gonna fix. We're gonna check on Emmy's leg. She doesn't feel well. At least though today we got a great goal. We have a girlfriend now in the game. Too bad. Okay, then we will continue next Sunday. I like the piece of once a week actually. 2 hours a week may be too little, but that means we are gonna have Katawa Shoujo for the next year too, right? For the entire 2025. Yeah, I prefer doing... I won't do more than one stream of Katawa Shoujo, because I prefer doing more games together at once than one game more than once a week. Except if I'm really looking into it, like 15 I will do only that for the entire week, probably. Okay. To end the stream, we are gonna read, we go towards new. They're playing Ace Attorney Investigation. They're probably near the end of it. Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot for coming by. We will do an extra stream on like Thursday or the third day of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Because there's the Steam Next Fest. I want to try some RPG Maker games from the Steam Next Fest. And see if we can criticize or find new cool games. I don't know. Thanks a lot for coming by. And we see ya whenever it happens.